When you think of the bullet train in Japan, you might think of the white and blue trains that travel from Tokyo to the west. This is the Tokaido Shinkansen, the first Shinkansen in Japan that has been known as bullet train for past 60 years. The Tokaido Shinkansen connects major cities such as Tokyo to Kyoto, Osaka and Hiroshima, so it's a familiar route for international visitors too. But at Tokyo Station, there is a Shinkansen with a completely different design heading north. Those are the Shinkansen by JR East. JR East has several different Shinkansen lines, and today I'm taking a train called Hayabusa on Tohoku Shinkansen to Aomori, the northernmost point of Honshu Island, which is Japan's main island. The difference is not just the design of the Shinkansen. The ticketing system and even luggage rule is different from Shinkansen to the west. So today I'd like to explain how to get on Shinkansen by JR East, about ticket, which passes you can use, and luggage rules, along with my travel to Aomori. First, let me explain the name of the Shinkansen. Each Shinkansen route has several operation names. It might be a bit confusing because there are several routes just by JR East, but I'll give a brief explanation. The Shinkansen I take today is the Tohoku Shinkansen, which currently connects Tokyo Station to the Shin Hakodate Hokuto Station in Hokkaido. They are currently working on the extension to Sapporo. The fastest train operated on the Shinkansen is Hayabusa. This Hayabusa sometimes attached to the Shinkansen with a red body. This is a train called Komachi, which is connecting to the Hayabusa, and it branches off from Morioka Station and goes to Akita. This is one of the two mini Shinkansen lines. It gets off the Shinkansen rail and joins the shared tracks with the conventional lines. The speed gets slower, but you can comfortably move from Tokyo without changing trains. Another mini Shinkansen is Tsubasa of Yamagata Shinkansen that you can take from Tokyo Station. The Joetsu Shinkansen goes to Niigata, has operation names Tanigawa and Toki. Finally, the Hokuriku Shinkansen going to Kanazawa and soon extending to Tsuruga in Fukui Prefecture has operation name Asama, Hakutaka, and the fastest Kagayaki. These are the major train names that you'll see in the JR East Shinkansen. If you purchase the route I traveled today from Tokyo to Shin Aomori at the station, it costs about 17,500 yen one way. A round trip cost will be about 35,000 yen. It might not be the price that you can hop on and off easily. But travelers from other countries does not have to worry about this, because you can get rail passes. For example, JR East Pass Tohoku area issued by JR East is valid for 5 days and costs 20,000 yen. There is also the JR East South Hokkaido Rail Pass, which allows you to travel all the way to Sapporo, and it costs 27,000 yen for 6 days. Considering just one round-trip ride to Shin Aomori is 35,000 yen, you see how much you can save. The only con of these JR East passes are that it doesn't have a pass for longer period. It also doesn't have passes for green car, which is like the first class of the JR trains. So in case you like to take more time, you might want to go for Japan Rail Pass that has 7, 14 and 21 days passes. Also, if you prefer green car, Japan Rail Pass would be your choice. No matter which passes you purchase, you can travel on all trains without any extra charge. However, Hayabusa, Komachi, Tsubasa, and Kagayaki are all reserved seats, so you need to make a reservation with your pass, and it doesn't cost for making a reservation. When you make online reservation for Tokaido Shinkansen, you can use a site called SmartEX. But when you purchase JR East passes and tickets, JR East has their own website for reservation. This site is to make reservation for the trains of JR East, and it allows you to purchase tickets, passes, and reserve seats using passes. And here is a tip for the reservation. Reservation will start accepting at 10 a.m. Japan time. a month before your travel date. If you are traveling on December 17th, booking starts at 10 a.m. of November 17th. If you are on the east coast of the US, that is 8 p.m. of the 16th, a day before, 1 hour later during US daylight saving time. Especially if you are traveling during peak season and want a specific seat, such as window seat or the last row, I recommend you to book the seat as soon as it goes on the sale. Now let's go to the Tokyo station, where the Shinkansen departs. Ekiben, which is a station bento box, like a lunch box, are sold on the Shinkansen platform of Tokyo station, but there are shops that sell many different types of the bento is on the concourse of the conventional JR lines. In case you purchase a bento box, it's better to go to this one behind me called Matsuri, because this has the biggest selection of the bento box and from all over Japan. But the only con is it's in the area of the JR East, so inside the gate of JR East, so in case you get on from Tokyo station, you cannot access this part. At Tokyo station, 6 platforms from platform 14 to 19 are for the Tokaido Shinkansen, and platform 20 to 23 are for the JR East Shinkansen, and gates to platforms are different. Blue is Tokaido Shinkansen that goes to Kyoto and Osaka, and green is a platform to the Shinkansen of JR East. And now my train Hayabusa 11 has arrived at the Tokyo station. If you are purchasing the bento box and taking photos, time passes by, so I personally recommend you to arrive at least 20 minutes before the departure time. This Hayabusa and Komachi runs with 17 cars total, and you cannot walk between Komachi and Hayabusa. So if you arrive at the platform just in time, make sure you are on the right train. North side is always Komachi to Akita with red-bodied cars. If you are going to Aomori and Hokkaido, the green-bodied Shinkansen is Hayabusa. Now let's get on Shinkansen finally. Ordinary car has 5 seats in one row, and seat C and D is the aisle side. So if you are traveling with a group of 2, you might want to get seat D and E so you don't get anyone next to you. In this E5 series, each seat has a power supply. Luggage storage is a big concern for the long-term travelers. Unlike the Tokaido Shinkansen, there are no rules restricting luggage over 160 centimeters. The usual regulation for the most of Japanese railways is up to 2 baggage per person, and each bag has to be under 250 centimeters in total dimension. There is a luggage rack at the end of each car, and this is fast come fast serve, so if you have a big luggage, you might want to get on the train earlier. And there is a space at the end of each seat. So unlike Tokaido Shinkansen, there is no rule for this space behind the back seat. However, depending on the luggage, it may limit the recline of the back seat. So to avoid the trouble, I recommend you to put the luggage in the above your head or the luggage rack, or reserve the seat in the back. The seat is comfortable even on the regular car. You can move the headrest and has plenty of legroom. You have enough space to eat what you get too. If you don't mind the price difference, it's better to choose green car that has a little more wider seat, and ground class that has only 3 seats in a row, and you get complimentary drinks and meals from the attendant. Now let me show you my bento box. Looks like this Shinkansen and container box. It was a little too small for me. It's definitely something fun for children or any adults who like trains. And look at this sleek design bento box. I don't know, maybe I'll purchase a normal bento next time. Unfortunately, Shinkansen doesn't have any dining car on the train anymore. The ride from Tokyo to Shin-Aomori is about 3 hours and 30 minutes, so pretty long. So in case you forgot to purchase drink and lunch, you can purchase from the attendant that walks there time to time, but not all Shinkansen has this. I didn't know about this, but my return Shinkansen didn't have them. And even worse is, when they don't have the wagon service, they don't have the vending machine on the car too. So I recommend you to purchase lots of foods and drinks for emergency too. So I came back home and checked the timetable and found out that only this one with circle on the bottom has wagon service. I couldn't find any English timetable, so a little difficult to explain, but I found out that Hayabusa going to Hokkaido has the wagon service for sure. So if that is important for you, you might want to book the Shinkansen that the final destination is Shin Hakodate Hokuto. My Shinkansen went through the beautiful green of early summer in Tohoku region. And arrived at the Shin AOMORI station on time. It started to rain a little bit. For my journey in AOMORI, I'd like to show you in the different video. I hope you could capture the image of the Tohoku Shinkansen and how to get on it. Thank you for watching. Have a great trip to Japan. Have a great week until the next video.